told him, if this is not good enough, then I'll take you back to that family. They'll give you nice deep fried sabji with puris and halava and things like that, and then you'll be happy. But Madan Mohan said, no, I'll take my dati with no salt, but I just want to be with you. So this is an older that changed the Samadhi deity. And this is interesting. This is called the Granth Samadhi. Granth means scripture. And they say that Srila Jiva Goswami, when he left Vrindavan, he had a number of books written by the 6 Goswamis which he felt were just too high level for the people in general. So they say he buried them here and made the Samadhi structure over. And so it's the Samadhi of the scriptures. And on the other side of the Samadhi, of the Sanatana Goswami Samadhi, there are these 2 Samadhis of Tapan Mishra on the left and Chandrasekhar Acharya on the right. They're very, very close associates of Lord Chaitanya. So this is Tapan Mishra's Samadhi. And you see it's the same sort of comical type of Samadhi deity, but much smaller. And now just across the road from the old temple is the new Madan Mohan temple, because the old temple, which we were at in the beginning, it got quite badly damaged by the Muslims. So they stopped using it. And they built a temple across the road, nice big temple, really nice big temple. And these are replacement deities. They're called Pratibhu, or replacement deities of Madan Mohan, Radha, Madan Mohan, with Lalita on our left and Vishaka on our right. And here they are, the replacement deities in Vrindavan, just literally across the road, about 10 or 15 meters away from the old temple. And look at this. This is Sanatana Goswami's Govardhan Shila. Look at that. You see that? What it's sitting with, well, you can see the rose petals. So you get an idea of the size of the Shila. Very small Shila, but he's still worshipped today by the devotees here. And now, devotees, we go to see the original Madan Mohan deity in Karoli. In Karoli, which is sort of between Vrindavan and Jaipur, and a bit off the road, but it's kind of in between Vrindavan and Jaipur. And here is, and you know what? It is impossible to photograph these deities. Absolutely impossible. But we did. But this is Madan Mohan, the first deity of Vrindavan, with Lalita and Vishaka. And you could say very simple sort of deity, but very beautiful, very transcendental. Now, devotees, we will go to the Radha Govinda temple. And what we're seeing here, this is the Radha Govinda deities, the original, at least the original deity of Govinda carved by Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, but now these deities are in Jaipur, the actual original deities are in Jaipur. Actually, no, he's not carved by Raghunath Bhatta Goswami, he's 5,000-year-old deity, carved under the supervision of Uttara, of Uttara, the mother of Maharaj Parikshit. And they're really beautiful deities. They say that this is the entrance in Jaipur. So they say that after Krishna left this world, some years later, devotees wanted to make deities of Krishna, but there was no one still living who had seen Krishna except Uttara. So they asked Uttara, she gave a description. Someone carved Madan Mohan first of all, and then they brought Uttara and they asked Uttara, does Madan Mohan, does he look like Krishna? Let me just get back to Madan Mohan again. Does he look like Krishna? And she said, he looks just like Krishna up to the waist. Madan Mohan. Then they made Govinda, and they said, does this look like Krishna? And Uttara said, it looks just like Krishna up to the neck. And then we'll go to the Gopinath temple next, but for the time being, let's have a look around here. And you can see, this is in the grounds of the palace of the king of Jaipur, who's still there. Yeah. You go in, and this is the temple in the grounds of the palace. And from the palace you can see right in and see the deities on the altar. So here, as you can see on the left, what does it say?
Purusha.
Purusha. It's the men's side. And on the right, what does it say? Mahila, or Mahila. Ladies' side. That's the ladies' side. Yeah. And here's the altar, but let's see. This is typical of the crowd at the midday arati. This is typical, completely typical. And this is just half. It's basically half, because you can see the ladies are there on that side. So it's like half or 2/3 of the crowd that comes. They love Govindaji. They really love him. And these are some photos of Radha and Govinda on the altar there in Jaipur with different clothes on at different times. Like this is at Mangal Arati in winter, and you can see Govinda's all wrapped up. And this is Radha Rani in the Mangal Arati, same day. It's lotus feet. And this is Gaur Gopal. This is a little deity right on the same altar. It's a deity of Krishna and Lord Chaitanya together in one deity. And then we see Lalita and Vishaka. And now we're back in Vrindavan town, and this is the old Govindaji temple in Vrindavan town. Yes, the temple was a bit more than twice as high as it is now, but Aurangzeb, famous Muslim despot, he had the top stories just pulled down. So there's a very beautiful old temple. So here we are now inside. Let's go and have darshan. Of course, these are not the original deities. We were just seeing the original deities in Jaipur. But these are some deities worshipped by the devotees who are running this temple now. The deity of Govinda. And look at this, quite an extraordinary Govardhan Shila. Have you seen a Shila like that before? Sure. Amazing Govardhan Shila. And all these temples, I mean, basically all these temples have a whole collection of Shalagram Shilas. Now you see those stairs on the left-hand side going up to a doorway. Inside there is the 5,000-year-old deity, original deity of Yoga Maya. There she is, riding on a lion. So you go up the stairs, inside, and then downstairs inside, right down, and there is Yoga Maya. And she is the child of Devaki, but the child, when Kamsa threw the female child onto the ground, female child of Yashoda onto the ground, then Yoga Maya or Durga came flying out, laughing, and said that the child that's going to kill you is already born and is elsewhere. And now this is, because this old temple got severely damaged, I mentioned four stories were just literally just knocked off and destroyed. So they built a new temple. And this is the new Govinda temple in Vrindavan. It's behind the old one. And this is a not very good photo of the deities on the altar there. They don't allow photographs. So now, devotees, we go to the temple of Radha Gopinath. And when they were carving these deities, the third deity was Gopinath. And they asked Uttara, does this look like Krishna? And Uttara said, this looks exactly like Krishna from the head to the toe. So he is exceptionally beautiful deity of Krishna as Gopinath, the master of the gopis. And there are two deities of Radharani. There's this one, it's a little bigger, and then there's the other one, which is smaller. This one, the original one, is small and was given by Mother Janava to the temple to be with Gopinath. But then they felt she's just too small. So then Janava supplied the other one, which we were just looking at a moment ago. This is the bigger one, and you can see back, here. You can see them both, right? The old one's on the left, very small, and the newer, not that much newer, but newer, Radharani is on the right. And they're both deities of Radharani. So, okay. So here we are now, this is in Jaipur. We are in the temple now of Radha Gopinath in Jaipur. And you see all these ladies sitting up there on the raised area. You know, they come every day, these ladies, and they just sing all day for Gopinath. And this man standing up on the left, his name is Sharma, and he's like the conductor. Yeah, he directs them in their singing, what to sing and how to sing and all that. And there's the ladies singing. And we've got a few photos of Gopinath with different outfits. You can see Lalita and Vishaka on the outer sides, and the two deities of Radharani are closer to Gopinath. So these are Shri Shri Nitai Mayapur Chandra Ki Jai. Okay, relax, don't break anything. But here you see Gopinath, Radha Gopinath, with different types of outfits, in different types of moods. Really nice. And even there are some close-ups. Oh, look at this. Now this is something special. We'll see some more photos of Gopinath in different outfits in a minute or two. Just on the right as you come in is this little sort of showcase, and Gopinath, like Madan Mohan was worshipped by Sanatana Goswami, Govinda by Rupa Goswami, and Gopinath was worshipped by Madhu Pandit. And this is the kurta, and on the left is counting beads for japa. But this is his kurta from 500 years ago. And you know what? It's made of tulsi beads. Yeah, this is his hat. Really amazing. And still 500 years later, it's still there. Oops. Just go back for a moment. Yeah. Really amazing. Amazing. Truly amazing. And still preserved 500 years later. Right. So now, devotees, we are back in Vrindavan, and this not very impressive looking sign says, can you read it? Shri 1008, Shri Madhu Pandit Goswami Ji something.
Jai.
Maybe. Samadhi. In the center, the light blue writing says Samadhi. And in the bottom it's in Bengali. So this is a Samadhi in Vrindavan, because there is a Gopinath temple in Vrindavan. And just like we saw Madan Mohan, we saw Pratibhu deities in Vrindavan, just near to the old temple. So this is just by the old temple. Well, this is the Samadhi deity in winter, so they put a blanket over over him to keep him warm. Very personal. So these are the deities in the original Gopinath temple in Vrindavan. And you see here, this is interesting, Lalita and Vishaka on the left and right, I mean the far left and right, but next to Gopinath, you know who this is? On the left, it's Srimati Radharani, and on the right, it's Mother Janava. Yeah, Mother Janava, who had a very close relationship with Gopinath. So nice deities, not really quite the same as the original Gopinath in Jaipur, but still they're nice. And now we're back in Jaipur, and here's Gopinath, original Gopinath, with different outfits. Look at that. Look at his watch, just to make sure the offerings are on time. But see how amazingly he's decorated. And this is all done every day, all these decorations. So different outfits, different occasions. Okay, devotees, now we're back in Vrindavan town, and there is the Radha Damodar temple. Yeah. So the original Radha Damodar are in Jaipur. So these are Pratibhu deities, but they're very famous, and they're really very beautiful also. And this is the altar, and you can see there's a number of sets of deities there. Radha Damodar, just a little to the left, and on the right is Radha. What's the name? Oh, I forget the name. Chanchali something. And look at that. How do you like the decorations on his cheeks? They do that every day. Isn't it amazing? Gee whiz. Really outstanding. Beautiful deities. And this is said to be the Govardhan Shila given to Sanatan Goswami by Lord Krishna. And it's a bit hard to make out, but where the roses are, there, the bigger bunch of roses, that is Krishna's footprint. Where the devotee is pointing to, you can see there's a little bit of an indentation up the top. That is from Krishna's flute, they say. Yeah. A bit hard to make out, but... And his stick, the marking, is just beneath the upper roses. That's his stick. The flute is back underneath the marigolds. And the calf's hoof print, maybe that's where the bigger bunch of roses are, and Krishna's lotus footprints on the right. And Srila Rupa Goswami, he lived here with Jiva Goswami serving him for quite some years. This was the older deity. Oh, this is Jiva Goswami actually. This is Jiva Goswami. And here we're looking up actually Prabhupada's rooms, which are just off the courtyard in front of the deities. There are two rooms. This is Prabhupada's living room and bedroom. There he is writing, as you can see. And this is, they say, Prabhupada's original fan. And it's not there any longer because they renovated just not long ago. But if you look at the archway going across, on the left, in the top section, you can see that you see a smaller rock, which is kind of, you can see sort of like whitish edges. It means it's kind of separated from the rest of the top there. And here it is. This is Prabhupada's safe. Yeah, you could take out that piece of rock and put valuables in. And that's said to be his original bed. Yeah, and now we're looking towards that from Prabhupada's kitchen and prasadam place. And there's a famous photo of Prabhupada on the seat there on the right. Prabhupada sitting exactly there and looking out the same window which is still there at the samadhi of Rupa Goswami. And this is where the devotees would take prasadam and then they'd rinse their mouths and wash their hands. That was back 500 years ago. So in the meantime, the devotees have come and everyone takes a bit of sand from there. So, it's about a foot deeper now because they took so much sand out. And this is the original Damodar in Jaipur, carved by Srila Rupa Goswami and given as a gift to Srila Jiva Goswami. Thank you. Right. Shri Radha Damodar Ki Jai. And here, on the top, this is Radha, Vrindavan Chandra, the original deities of Srila Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami, the author of Chaitanya Charitamrita. And you can see the original little Damodar down the bottom there. But these were the original deities worshipped by Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And these are some other deities in that same Radha Damodar temple in Jaipur. So here we are now at the Radhasham Sundar temple in Vrindavan town. In we go. In we go. And there are the deities of Radhasham Sundar. Yes, original deities. They stayed in Vrindavan. And they have a website with loads of photos and really good photos, beautiful photos of Radhasham Sundar. Really quite incredible. And, well, okay. So here, this is now pictures. There's a whole, like a little art gallery there with pictures of the background to the temple. So here you see, if you can read it, but anyway, you see it says on the left there, it says Hridayananda, no, Hridaya Chaitanya, Adhikari Thakur, is initiating Shamananda Prabhu. It says Shamananda Prabhu at the top right. And what does it say? Falgun Holy Purnima Ko what? Hridai Chaitanya Adhikari Thakur Davara is Dwara. Ambika Kauna May Krishna Mantra May Diksha. So Hridai Chaitanya is initiating Shamananda Prabhu. So this is now the story. So Shamananda Prabhu, that's him offering obeisances on the right. Offering obeisances to Srila Jiva Goswami and joining Jiva Goswami's school. And at the school, up on the left there's Srinivas Acharya, on the left and on his right, our right of him, Narottam Thakur. And what does it say? Shri Vrindavan May, Shri Jiva Goswami Ke Sat, Shamananda Prabhu Milan, that they are meeting. Jiva Goswami is meeting Shamananda Prabhu. And he became a member of the school. And there's Srinivas on the left, Narottam in the center, and Shamananda on the right, on our right, and Jiva Goswami's teaching. And it says Sri Jiva Goswami Ke Nikat Bhakti Grant Adhyayan what is it? Ragavan. Evam.
Raganuga Bhajan.
Raganuga Bhajan Shiksha. He's teaching them Raganuga Bhakti, Jiva Goswami. And while there's Shamananda offering obeisances on the right, went to Radhakund and met Raghunath Das Goswami, that's who he's offering obeisances to, and Krishnadas Kaviraj Goswami. And the bottom it just says that he went there and met them. And one day, his service, Shamananda's service, was to clean the Sevakunj area in Vrindavan. And one day he found this very valuable looking anklet. And he wanted to find, actually it says it's Nidhuvan, which is sort of, anyway, it's near Sevakunj, but well, it's a few hundred meters away. Nidhuvan me Srimati Radharani K. What is that? Vamcharan ki
Ratna Nupur
Prapti. He's finding Radharani's anklet, which she left there. And then he met Vishaka, who transformed him into his gopi form. In Shamananda, in his gopi form, is called Kanaka Manjari. And there you can see it's on the left is Indureka, then Chamaglata, then Lalita. And then on the other side, Vishaka, Sudevi, is it Chitra, must be Chitra, and Tunkavidya, Astasakis, and Kanaka Manjari, or Shamananda in his gopi form, Manjari form, is putting that anklet back on the lotus foot of Srimati Radharani. These pictures are there in the temple room. So there you see, putting the anklet back on. And as she was doing that, Kanaka Manjari, Radharani took it off and pressed it against Kanaka Manjari's forehead. It says there on the right, Kanaka Manjari, in brackets, Shamananda Prabhu, in his Manjari form, pressed it against her forehead. and gave Kanakamanjari this deity of Krishna via Lalita Shamsundar. Beautiful little deity. And this is that deity given to Shyamananda in his form as Kanakamanjari by Srimati Radharani. And on their website, they got loads of photos of these deities. It's really nice, really interesting. And just across the road is this rather, it doesn't look really so nice, the Samadhi of Shyamananda Prabhu. Because he was the one who worshipped Shamsundar. And this is his Samadhi deity inside that little building. And here you can see this is, well, it's in Bengali, I can't read Bengali, but it's like a sitting place. And you see that tilak sign on the back there. That is the shape when Radharani pressed the anklet against the forehead of Kanakamanjari. It left a permanent impression in her head. And when she came back as Shyamananda Prabhu, this marking was also permanently imprinted in the forehead of Shyamananda Prabhu. So it's the tilak that particular group of devotees uses nowadays. Okay, devotees, we're moving on. Here we are now at the Radha Gokulananda temple, established by Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And these are the deities. On the left is Narottam Das Thakur's deity of Lord Chaitanya. In the center at the back, Radha Vinod, Pratibhu deities of the deities of Lokanath Goswami. And on the right, it's Radha Vijay Govinda, who are worshipped by Baladev Vijabhushan. And in the front, you see there's a little deity of Krishna, but hard to make out. That is Gokulananda. And on the right in the front is, they say, the Govardhan Shila of Lord Chaitanya. Let's have closer looks. So, yeah, anyway, this is Gokulananda, worshipped by Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And, what happened? Oh, okay, a closer look. This is Vinod, Lord Chaitanya. And here is Lord Chaitanya's Govardhan Shila. They say he massaged the deity, the Shila, so vigorously with his thumb that he made this impression in the top of the Shila with his thumb. Yeah. And then he gave the Shila to Raghunath Das Goswami. And just outside is a Samadhi garden. This is the Bhajan Kutir and Samadhi of Lokanath Goswami. This is the Samadhi of Narottam Das Thakur. This is the Samadhi of, what was his name, the main disciple of Narottam Das? Anyway, I forget the name. Huh? No, not Raskananda. Begins with a C. I should remember, but I can't. And this is the Pushpa Samadhi of Srila Vishwanath Chakravarti Thakur. And this is the original Radha Vinod of Lokanath Goswami in Jaipur. Very beautiful little deities. Very amazing. So now, devotees, we go, and it's the last place we're visiting, is the temple of Sri Radha Raman. And, well, you can see here, Radha Raman is on the left, of course, and on the right is Srimati Radharani. Can you see her? Can you see her?
No.
Well, you can't. You need transcendental eyes to see her, but she's there. There's clothing there for her, a crown, jewelry, and so on is there for her. And she's there, but you need spiritual eyes to see her. So here we are entering the temple. This is actually where, well, Radha Raman was a big Shalagram Shila. This is where he manifested to, who was it? Who worshipped?
Gopal.
Gopal Bhatta Goswami, yeah. And this is Gopal Bhatta Goswami's Samadhi, which is right next to the Radha Raman temple. And these are his Shalagram Shilas, which he worshipped. And here's us buying some garlands and having darshan. And let's have a closer look at Radha Raman. Very striking little deity in a sporting mood. There you can see his little teeth. You can see his teeth there also. So there you go, devotees. Those are the 7 old original temples of Vrindavan. Shri Vrindavan Dham Ke.
Jai.
Srila Prabhupada Ke.
Jai.
Hare Krishna. So now, you know, devotees, what we could do. We could just call it a day, actually, because it's 7:30 almost. Or we could go to Darshana. What would you like to do? Go to Darshana? Yeah, okay. And anyone who'd like to go to Darshana, you can just say if you need to go. Then, of course, you can just carry on. But let's go to Darshana. Yeah. Sri Darshana Dham Ki. It's actually quite an old picture, probably 20 or even 30 years old, of the main temple of Radharani, Lalali Rao, the place of pastimes of Srimati Radharani. So here we are. There's the main temple, you can see on the right. In the distance is the Jaipur temple. On the far left, there's a hill, that's the Laskar. Anyway, we'll go around, we'll see everything. So look, here's our map. We're going to start, you see, number 1 is the bus stand. Number 2, if you go to the left, then you go on the whole Parikrama of Varshana. If you go to the right, and at number 2, and then turn left at number 12, you go up to number 11, which is the Radharani temple. And that's generally as far as people go. But devotees, we are going to do the full Parikrama. Number 3, you see, Gavavan, the forest of caves. 4 is Sankari Kaur, the narrow gully. We'll go there. Number 5 is the Lascar, the pastime place. Number 6 is Krishna Kund. Number 7, Morkutir. Number 8, up in the left corner, is Mankutir. Number 9, Dangar. Number 10 is the Jaipur temple. And number 11 is the Radharani temple. We're going to visit all these places. But we're going to start in the bus stand and then go through the town and then up to number 3 into the forest of caves. And on our left we'll see the Lascar. Oh, look at that. Yeah. Okay. So there are 4 hills. And 4 of them, you can see there 1, 2, 3, and 4. They're the heads of Lord Brahma. Because he knew that Lord Shiva had been given a place at Nandagram, the hill. And so Krishna would walk on the hill every day. It means walk on the head of Lord Shiva. So Lord Brahma wanted the same mercy. So he was allowed to become 4 hills at Varshana. So Radharani would walk on his heads. But then the Lascar is the head of Lord Vishnu. He also wanted a place here, so Radharani and Krishna would walk on his head. So here we go. Here we go, devotees. We go up to 2. And off we'll go through the forest of caves and so on. So we go up. It's a nice path, paved path. On the left is the Lascar, the head of Lord Vishnu. On the right is the forest of caves. And up above, that's the Jaipur temple. So up we go, and we're just approaching Sankari Kaur, which means narrow gully on the left. But we won't go through yet. What we'll do, we're going to climb up from that number 4, that's Sankari Kaur, climb up to the Lascar, number 5, and have some, yeah. Okay. Anyway, that's what we're going to do. So here we are at Sankari Kaur with a group of mainly Russian devotees. But look, there is a South African at the top left. It's, what's his name? Dadanjaya. Isn't it? He's the brother of Prahlad and the Radha. What's his name? Oh, okay. And we're telling some pastimes there. The devotees are sitting down. And up we go, climbing up the hill, looking down from the hill over the village, and climbing more, and wearing shoes because the rocks are sharp, and looking down over Varshana, and back towards the Jaipur temple. And here's somebody's samadhi up on top. And this is a jula, it's a swing for Radha and Krishna. They would be suspended from the bar across there. And they would be swung up there. And we sit down there and we have some katha with our devotees. Really nice. Really nice, gosh. And down on one side there's this Rasa Mandala, sitting place for Radha and Krishna, looking down through a valley. And it's just so beautiful. up on top of the Laskar, one of the local devotees, and another one of the local devotees. And looking back at the temple of Radharani. So we're up at number 5. We're going to go back down to number 4, Sankari Kaur, the narrow gully, and we're going to go through it, and then through Chiksoli, the village of Chitradevi, and we're going to go up to number 6, which is Krishna Kund. So let's go. Okay, so through number 4, Sankari Kaur, first of all. There you can see, narrow gully. And up on the left, just a little above, is Krishna's place. And these are the boys, local boys, wanting to collect money so they can buy some new jeans and things. And these are some ladies coming from the village Chiksoli, which is down the other side through the gully. And Krishna was here one day. Radharani was coming up from the same way as those ladies were, coming up from the back there. But Krishna was up, you could see up on the left, kind of greeny, bluey colour. That's the sitting place of Krishna. And Krishna from there threw a rock which knocked Radharani's pot of yogurt off her head, and it broke on the rock here, right where the 10 rupee note is. Yeah, and I don't know, maybe that's some of the yogurt. But it stained the rock, sort of like a permanent stain. And here's our group, there's quite a few, couple of hundred devotees, going above the boys who are collecting money and just asking that one lady with her hand out, she's asking for money from them. Really, it's true. And now we're coming down into the village of Chiksoli, the village of Chitradevi. And this, just in the bottom left, there's a covered area. So we come down, and a couple of the locals, and we, oh, Radhe, Radhe, happy local. So that's, anyway, it's just sort of down from 4 at the beginning of Chiksoli village. And we're going to walk through the village and go to number 6, which is Krishna Kund. So here we go, through the village, with Harinam. Oh yes, pretty dynamic party. Some local ladies, very nice. Some of the local boys, local businessmen. And now we're coming up to Krishna Kund, number 6. And there's the Kund, very nice Kund. This is the seat of Madhu Mangala. I won't tell you the whole story, it's quite long. And this is our group at Krishna Kund. Hare Krishna. Shiva Shanadam Ki Jai. Yes. Very nice. So, okay, we're at number 6. Now we're going to go up to number 7, which is Morkutia. More means peacock. So, it's the place, well, let's go up. There it is up on the top there, the temple Morkutia, the place of the peacock. This is where Radha and Krishna dance together as peacocks. And on the altar is this beautiful painting of Radha and Krishna as peacocks dancing together. Then we're going to go over to 8. 8 is Mankutia. You see, as the map says, Morkutia is the third head of Lord Brahma of the 4. Mankutia up top there, number 8, is the 4th head, and then the 2nd head is number 10, the Jaipur temple. We'll go there in due course. But now we'll go across to Mankutia. Man means anger, and here Radharani became angry with Krishna, but Lalita came between them and reunited them, as you can see there. Radharani is sulking and looking away. Yeah. This is one of my friends. This is, they call him Pale Man Baba. This was years ago. This was really, really years ago. And looking from the top, you can see all 4 hills from, all 4 hills, all of the other 3 hills of Lord Brahma. You can see the Laskar across. On the right, you can see Morkutia. That's the 3rd head of Brahma. Where we are, this is the 4th head of Mankutia. And the Jaipur temple, the 2nd head, we're going to shortly. And in the distance, you can maybe make out, is the temple of Radharani on the 1st head of Lord Brahma. So away we go, devotees, through the forest. It's very nice. Really beautiful, actually. And finally we turn up to the right to go to number 9, Danga. And this is where the gopis stopped Krishna and charged him attacks. And it's the small, if you can see, just to your right of number 9, there's like a little white square. That's the temple. It's small compared to the Jaipur temple, which is number 10. So where are we? Yes, number 9. And here we are. Here we are, going in and having darshan. And it's interesting, this is Radha Dan Bihari. And they always wear one set of clothes for both of them. Not 2 sets of, like very similar clothes, but one set of clothes. Can you see that? Just one set of clothes. Interesting. And this is another julan, another swing for Radha and Krishna. And behind that's the Jaipur temple. So let's go around to the Jaipur temple. What now? It's number 10, top left there, 2nd head of Lord Brahma. And we go in the entrance, and here the main deities, Radha Kushal Bihari. And on the left, there are 3 altars. That was the central altar. This is the left altar. This is a Nimbaka temple. And the Nimbaka people, they worship the Hansa avatar, the swan incarnation of the Lord. So that's the Hansa avatar at top. On the second, middle step, on the left is the 4 commands. And on the right is somebody, I'm not sure. But on the dark deity on the right is Nimbakacharya. They say he was dark like that. And on the left, that's Narada Muni. Hansa Avatar. And